Hello everyone once again. This is Rob and welcome back to Media Awareness and another first reaction video. Before I continue, however, a reminder, the fundraiser continues. For those of you new to my channel or unaware, I am a disabled individual and I use a motorized wheelchair slash scooter all day every day for my independence and I need your help. My insurance will not cover anything with regard to my scooter as they view it as a quote luxury item end quote, despite the fact that I am unable to walk whatsoever, in addition to being unable to use any other type of scooter or power chair, or even a standard wheelchair for that matter, as I only have limited dexterity in one hand. In addition to that, I do not have a backup scooter or wheelchair to rely on at the current time. So if my scooter should malfunction as it did a few months ago, I will yet again be a fish out of the water, a scenario I want to avoid at all costs. With that stated, below the title of this video, in the description below, as well as in a separate section below the information pertaining to the video I'll be reacting to, you can find a spot fund link. It is a fundraiser, it's easy to contribute, takes a few seconds, and any and all help is welcome. I cannot stress that enough. Even $5 or $10 can make all the difference in the world, and you can even contribute anonymously. The purpose of the fundraiser is to both assist me with the ongoing refurbishing of my existing scooter, as well as to help me save for the purchase of a new scooter. I arrived at these conclusions following the malfunction, as alluded to a moment ago, whereby my battery charging mechanism had failed entirely, and for roughly 2 weeks I needed to rely on family and friends to push me around my own home, severely limiting my independence. However, it was also a long overdue wake-up call that I needed a backup plan, and that backup plan is to have a brand new scooter to use moment to moment, day to day, every day, and my existing scooter completely refurbished, waiting in the wings to be used at a moment's notice if necessary, when necessary. So please do what you can. I would greatly appreciate it. I do want to extend a gracious thanks to those who have contributed thus far, in addition to those who plan on contributing, as your contributions have and will make a world of difference in my life. Thank you all. I truly love you all. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, Media Awareness, please consider subscribing and becoming part of the Media Awareness family. I'd love to have you. Also, if you do subscribe, be sure to click the bell icon. That way you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video, much like this one. This is a first reaction to a Farya Faraji piece. This one is described as an epic Iranian music, and I'm excited to react to this one. It's been several weeks since I did a Farya Faraji video, and I was trying to do them weekly as I had gotten requests for them, but I was ill and I was also in the process of switching antidepressants, so there was a lot going on, both physically, mentally. It was not a good thing. But I'm back on track now, and I'll be bringing you videos more regularly from this point forward, hopefully. Um, and with that stated, I'm excited for this. So this is, as I stated, Epic Iranian music. And for those of you new to Farya, he is a multi-instrumentalist, a multilinguist, um, incredibly intelligent and extremely talented individual. And what he does is he uh, basically creates this music for us, the fans and listeners, using the instrumentation of the particular area of the world where the music is either from or where it's alluding to or being uh, performed about. And it's a really impressive talent that he has. So I'm really excited for this. Um, and with all my reaction videos, you'll find this linked in the description below. I do this because the musicians and bands who create this music for us, the fans, do so with the utmost creativity and integrity, and they deserve all the credit in the world for their hard work. So always click on those links. In this case, the link will take you directly to the actual official Farya Faraji YouTube page, where you can peruse his vast catalog of incredible music spanning the world, and it's really impressive. So, without further ado, this is a first reaction, and I will be back following this track with my assessment. So there you have Farya Faraji, Venetian's Doom, an Iranian epic as it's described. Let's talk about this. Uh, First of all, I've discussed this in prior Faraji videos, but um, this is really incredible. Um, it's it's basically created to emulate a live performance as if we, the listeners, were actually experiencing this in the same room, or you know, perhaps perhaps passing by as this was being performed, um, anything of that nature, and uh, he does this on his own, and uh, people sometimes don't necessarily understand how that's possible. Um, but when you record music, you record, typically if you're doing things yourself, you do things instrument by instrument, track by track, if you will, and you layer the instrumentation accordingly, and you adjust the volume so that way sometimes things will sound more distant, sometimes things will sound a little softer, a little louder in the mix. It all depends on what you're trying to go for in the song itself and what your ultimate goal is in terms of a overall sound. The choir portion that we hear at the beginning through the song itself and at the end um, as it comes back in uh, is achieved in one of many ways. Um, it could either be for G himself layering his own vocals, um, which is a laborious task, but it does pay off when it's all created and all mixed and all um, ready for us to hear. As you're not only hearing one vocal, you're hearing multiple. And that's how most people do backing vocals or choir like effects. There's also the possibility that it's a sampled choir um, or even perhaps uh, a mellotron, but mellotron uh, gives you a warbling sort of sound to the overall effect of the uh, results. So it doesn't sound like any of that was present on this. So I'm suspecting that Faraji layered his own vocals more than likely, and did so in such a way that it's almost seamless, really, to the listener, and we get the effect of multiple people chanting along with the accompaniment, and in the forefront we have the lead vocals. Um, Beautifully done, beautifully arranged. The instrumentation is wonderful. I expect nothing less at this point. And if you're interested in experiencing more of Faraj's music, you can also peruse, as I stated prior, his YouTube page, where there is a plethora of music available. There's also been a vast amount just recently uploaded to Spotify as well, so you can also check him out there if you so desire. But definitely do yourself a favor and check out more for his music. He has a lot to offer, um, and it's world music. It's um, all over the world. He does music pretty much for every country and culture known to mankind, past and present. Um, I almost said past, present, and future. But we haven't gotten any futuristic music yet for our G. Uh, I don't think that's in the cards. But at the moment, we have a plethora to choose from. So let us all indulge and dive into his catalog and do yourself a favor and do so. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and I hope you enjoyed this reaction and explanation for how things are done recording wise as well. Um, if anyone is curious in more detail about how that's done, feel free to leave me a comment in the comment section. My email address is also in the description below, so feel free to reach out to me there with any questions or comments. And you can also contact me via the Facebook link in the description as well. I will see you all again soon. Have a wonderful morning, noon, or night wherever you are. Take care. Bye.